And we are back again! That's another figure video from WOF headquarters, yes. Today is going to be a set of figure reveals. Well, not so much reveals, but pickups, basically. And today we are going to be looking at the Survivor Series. Is it Survivor Series? Yes, the new Survivor Series set with Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, the Ultimate Warrior, and of course Becky Lynch. And yes, you also get the Build-A-Figure Ravishing Rick Rude. Yes, Rick Rude. Something that was actually needed to complete the 90s DX lineup. So that makes me that gives me every single DX member of the 90s version. But first, we will have a quick look at the Drew McIntyre, the Chosen One, Survivor Series figure in the classic white knee pads, and I think it's white trunks, but I haven't seen this figure actually out the box without its coat on. So I actually don't know. I think it's possibly the white trunks, but it could be black trunks. But I'm sure it's white. But yes, I have the original version of this without, obviously, the entrance jacket from one of the early Elite series that they brought out. And to be honest with you, I think I possibly prefer the first face. But yeah, it's not a bad scan, but I actually think I prefer the very first face that ever came out with the Drew McIntyre figure in this attire. And obviously with this figure you get Rick Rude's legs, if you can see them there, and his briefcase. And just obviously it shows you on the back what is included in this package. And then obviously there's your set there with AJ Styles, Becky Lynch, and the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, it's quite a cool figure, to be honest. Wasn't something that I actually definitely wanted to get. In fact, probably all of them I didn't really want to get. But when the entertainer decides to put something down to £8 something in elite form, you cannot help but go and buy. Especially when you would normally pay about $9.99 for a basic. So for £8 odd per figure, you can't argue. I actually managed to pick up 3 of them from a shop, which was Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, and the Ultimate Warrior. The Becky Lynch I had to order off the internet. I did end up making a bulk order and got 2 pop vinyls with it so that I could get the free postage, because otherwise I would have just paid. Otherwise I'd have ended up paying more for just that one Becky Lynch figure than the rest of the series. Technically I did pay more, but I did buy 2 other items with it. So technically she was still the same price, and then obviously the items on top got me the free postage. But yes, that's the Drew McIntyre figure. The next figure we'll take a bit more concentration on is the AJ Styles figure. In all honesty, as I say, I wasn't really bothered about getting the likes of AJ Styles and stuff. because I've already got a couple of AJ Styles figures, but this, it's actually quite a shame because when they show the picture on the back, they haven't included the jacket with the Raw logo and everything on it, which I think would have been quite a nice addition to this figure. But as somebody would say, they're on budget. Boring. But yes, AJ Styles figure, and with this one you get the torso, is it? Yeah, you get the upper body part of Rick Rude, as it shows on the back. His upper body part. But yes, not too much to go in a great deal with that figure, to be honest. The designs on the legs, the tights and everything, probably one of the better designs I've seen. But other than that, it's just a smug face AJ Styles, like pretty much all of them. Next one is the Ultimate Warrior. Now, this figure, I wasn't really all that bothered about getting this figure at all. However, after I actually bought it and I took a closer look at it, I'm glad I did, because now there could be some Hasbro critics out there that will shoot this down within seconds. But I could be right. They could be right. But this figure looks like the attire is based on the same attire as the Hasbro version Ultimate Warrior. I have actually got it somewhere, if I can find it within a certain time limit. Just give me a sec. In fact, I will stop the video and I will start recording when I find it. Back in a sec. Okay, found him! Yes, as I was saying, I think this Ultimate Warrior, the Survivor Series one, is kind of based around the Hasbro version. Yes, it's not exactly the same, but when you look at the design of the warrior things on the Hasbro, yes, it needs a bit of a clean. But when you see that, and then you look at that, they are pretty close. Yeah, the face paint might be a little bit different, and the colours might be a little bit different, but the way I look at it is that is pretty much based on the Hasbro version of the Ultimate Warrior. So, with that said, I actually quite like that figure, and it's probably one of my favourite warriors, to be honest. I think the hair is a bit too blonde, but I never really took much notice of Warriors like hair and stuff back in the day, when he was around and stuff, so I really couldn't put a precise finger on that, especially when the Ultimate Warrior Hasbro version's got brown hair. Different mullets as well, so it could very well be, it could be right, could be wrong, I have no idea. So, with that said, as well, obviously, with this figure you get the Rick Rude faces, 2 faces and his hands. I think it's his hands. Is it his hands? No, they're actually Warrior's hands. I actually thought they were his. No, so it's just Rick Rude's face with this one, as it shows you on the box. They're both highlighted in yellow. The hands are not highlighted in yellow, so it obviously it's not his hands, but it's the fact that there's I see where the thing is with that one. It's closed fist, slightly open fist, open hand for warrior. So it's not warrior's hand. So that's what you get with that one. And then obviously the last one is Becky Lynch. Yes, Becky Lynch in that red outfit that she wore. Dare we say more? Really? About that outfit that she wore? Ooh. Yes, she looks stunning in that outfit. Bit weird, a bit thingy for PG, I would have said, but still. Ooh. Yes. Anyway, enough of that. Yes, Becky Lynch with the special shaped knee pads. I think it's actually supposed to be part of her boots, but it could very well have been actually the design of the knee pads. But I don't know. I thought it was part of the boots, but obviously they've made them separate. So why are they saying that now? No, they did make them. They did mould them to the boots with what's his name? Evan Bourne. He had like his logo thinking on them, but they were probably a lot further down, as were right up to her knees, kind of thing. So yes, you've got Becky Lynch. Stunning side view there, at the box. Yes. This fan's gonna kill me by the end of the day. Honest to God. Yes. Oh my God. Good God. Yes. And with this one you got the Rick Rude arms. Which I actually didn't show them. No, that's the hands. That's the arms. Of Rick Rude. And then obvioush highlight them on the backs. But yes, that is the Survivor Series. The Survivor Series set. I will get these out of their boxes and I will show you the Rick Rude to go with it. So give me 5. And here he is, Rick Rude, in his suit, all built. Quite a good face scan, to be honest. They even got that like it looked like scar kind of thing in the beard. Either that or it's a mispaint, but it actually, I'm sure he had some sort of scar around here, and it used to show up in his beard. But that is quite a good figure of Rick Rude, and I'm glad to have that in my collection. That's his other head, so I suppose you could use that on a like a singles attire figure or whatever if you wanted to have the short hair version of Rick Rude. But yes, Rick Rude, both heads, the full body, and obviously the series of with Becky Lynch. Yeah, Becky Lynch, AJ Styles, Ultimate Warrior, oh, I pulled that off now. It just slots back in. Oh well. And Drew McIntyre. I haven't taken the elastic band off. Let's just see. Yes, I was right. It is white trunks, the same as his very first one. Of the chosen one. So yes, that is the Survivor Series set, all complete. Rick Rude complete. So I shall at some point hopefully get one of the next build figure sets. I'm not really bothered about the Mean Gene one because I've already got Mean Gene. but I think I do want some of the figures out of it, so I'll probably just end up with a spare body that I can use for somebody else at some point. So for this video, that is me out and done, and I will see you next time. I'm out.